Okay, I want to do this video here on LinkedIn, Lnkd, and I want to do this because it was a real interesting trade. I'm not actually in this trade, although I'm definitely thinking about getting in here very, very soon. I wanted to do this. My friend Chris was in this trade. I believe he's still in this trade, and he pointed this out to me, so I wanted to do a video here of what I see. And we had this, they had really bad news. I remember seeing this and watching it the day they had this collapse for earnings, and ever since then it's been kind of holding that level of, I want to say, pretty close to, a little over $100. It's up quite well since the initial dip, but it's starting to build a little bit of momentum here, and I think that this minimum here, this is on a weekly, by the way, weekly chart. So if we look at it here, I want to put an alert here. This looks like pretty close to about, I'm going to say almost 122. I think it definitely has potential to at least test this little area of 122, and then the next area would be 50% of this candle. I'm not going to pull up the Fibonacci's because you can kind of see where it had this dip back here, and so this area here is what I like, is also a possible, like I said, they're only areas, but a possible retest, which would be almost 50% of this initial down play, and that would put it back at about 142. So this trade has got some serious potential for a bounce, even if it is just a little bit of a short covering bounce. Let's look at this on a daily, and it will give us a little bit more of a picture on the daily. And I do really like this. Now we're starting to get above the 20-day moving average. So like I said, I really like the 121, 122 area on this. However, I do see it going back to at least the next area, which would be the 50-day moving average, and I suspect that will almost be at the top of this candle to where this gap, this window gap down was. And so I want to say pretty close. Just like I said, it's just a given area, but I want to say it's going to be pretty close to about 127 to 128. So this has got a really nice upside potential. And on the daily, the MACD is now positive, and it's been staying a little positive. You're getting the positive wave count on the daily, and the RSI is definitely making an effort to get to the 40 level and above. If we can get to the 40 and above, then maybe we can have a mid-run to about 50 on the RSI, which would put us right about where we want to be here at about 127 to 128 on this. And let's go look at the options on it. The options on it are a little pricey, and maybe this would be, the spread is not bad for the price of the options, and you're looking at 15-cent spread on those, so that's really not that bad. So the spread doesn't really concern me. It's just the price of the options. They seem to be a little bit pricey, but if our projected move is going to be around the 128 to 130 area, maybe we can put on an option where we can sell the 130s and then buy the 120s. So that would cut down the cost basis a little bit, and it would still give you a nice reward for the money invested on that. So I'm not a huge fan of doing spreads. I've got caught in a couple of them before. As a matter of fact, I'm still in one trying to get out. But this is a good way, and this is a very nice way of looking at this one. Or what we could do is we could just go out to May and maybe sell some puts on this, which would be I would sell the maybe the 95s or the 100s. Seem like a pretty good opportunity to sell those. I think that's more of a little bit better of a play, possibly, is to sell some of these puts and just pick up the premium on these 95 or 100s. Or you can sell the 100s to help finance the 120 calls. That's a pretty good way of doing it too. So just a few things to look for, but this is a good trade, and I really like the way the action is setting up on this, and I think we get a nice a return to about the 128-ish area or better. So, and May will give us plenty of time for that trade to take place. So see what you think here, and this is something we like here. So good luck to you on that one.